claim for personal injury as a result of a construction site accident, you're going against a company, perhaps a corporation or an LLC or something of that nature. You're certainly not going against or suing an individual. So that brings to mind, how do you proceed with discovery once the lawsuit has been brought? Well, there is something in our discovery rules known as 30B-6, and that is a deposition of a corporation. You can say to yourself, well, how is a corporation deposed? It's not a natural person. The notion in law is that if you have the benefit of operating as a corporation, you must be subject to the responsibilities of that as well. And one of the responsibilities is to have someone appear at a deposition as a spokesperson to express what the opinions, subjective beliefs, and what the information is on the part of the corporation. And the person who comes to that deposition, and that will be a starting point in a protracted construction site accident case, the person who comes is responsible for binding the corporation. And not only will they bind the corporation, they have a duty before they come to a deposition to investigate, to make themselves aware of information that they may not personally have, as long as the duty upon them is reasonable. So they have to come with discoverable knowledge, and again, any statements they make, and those statements can be opinions or beliefs, will bind the corporation. Now, I had said that corporations are often the entity with whom you're involved in a construction site accident. Again, it is not owned or run by a private individual. So that's the need for a corporate deposition. But also, I have encountered cases where there are numerous corporations, and corporations that may take certain forms to get the benefit of tax advantages. And I would suggest to you that that will allow a trier of fact, a jury perhaps, to draw certain conclusions. That while you might have a young, hard-working man trying to make a living, you have these major corporations that are trying to get the benefits of the system. And as a final point, I would like to point out, what is the budget of these? What was the cost of the property? What is the cost of a large-scale development or renovation? And let's compare that to the amount that was spent on safety. And I think you can often find that the amount spent on safety is a very, very small percentage, really just a small fraction of what the overall project is. And I would ask the people with whom I am negotiating, or ask a jury if it were to come to that, is that really fair to spend less, say, than 1% on safety of an overall project's worth? I think the answer is pretty clear. Thank you.